Zodiac killer case. Donna Lass, Part 2. Okay, since the last video, I found out a lot of information and a lot of names. So this video starts off talking about Donna Lass and her whereabouts just before she went missing. Then it goes to the Sacramento nurse that went missing several months before Donna and details that, what happened there. And then it continues on with the Zodiac's postcard mailed to the San Francisco Chronicle. Donna lived in Santa Barbara prior to moving to San Francisco, and she knew a nurse, Ann Lowe. And while Donna was living in San Francisco, the nurse invited Donna to move up to South Lake Tahoe to see about getting a job at the casino as a nurse. So what you're looking at here is Larry and Ann's place in South Lake Tahoe, inside that blue rectangle. And you're looking south into California from the state of Nevada, where the gambling and the casino is. Donna arranged to get this apartment number 6. And she did a walkthrough with the brand new apartment manager, Nick Davis. Now, Donna's friend and former roommate, Joanne Gitschy, had decided to come visit Donna on Labor Day weekend after she finished work on Saturday. So she traveled up to Lake Tahoe on Saturday afternoon or night, and was planning to meet Donna at the casino. And then they would stay the night at her new place, and then the next day visit and do things. So I made this graphic to kind of show what happened that weekend. Now, Donna liked to walk to work to the casino because it was only 1 mile away, 1 mile north. And on September 3rd, Donna had stayed the night at Larry and Ann Lowe's house. And then on Friday, she went to the Monteverde apartment and she moved in that day. And she slept there that night. Then on Saturday, she woke up there, and then she probably did a lot of stuff with her apartment. And then she left for work at 6 p.m. Now on that same day, Joanne Gitschy was working at the hospital in San Francisco, and after her shift ended, she drove to Lake Tahoe, which is about a 4-hour drive. And so she probably arrived at the casino sometime that night. But yet she couldn't find Donna. She asked several employees, and no one would tell her where Donna was. And so she couldn't find Donna. And so she was very tired, so she ended up going and getting a motel room. Now, early Sunday morning, that same Saturday night going into Sunday morning, Donna went missing around 2 a.m. when her shift ended. And then during the day on Sunday, Joanne looked around for Donna again at the casino, couldn't find her, and then drove back to San Francisco. Now on Labor Day, an unknown male called the Sahara Tahoe Hotel and spoke to Gordon Petrovich and told him that Donna would not be available because of an illness in the family. Now it's possible that Joanne was mistaken on the day that she arrived at South Lake Tahoe and State Line, Nevada at the casino. So I made this graphic and I'll explain it quickly. So on Friday, Donna moved into her new apartment and she slept the night there. And on Saturday, she worked on her apartment getting it ready. And then at 6 p.m., she walked to the Sahara Hotel and Casino. And then on Sunday morning, early morning, that's when she went missing. That day, Joanne worked her shift in San Francisco and then drove the 4 hours to the Sahara Tahoe Casino and couldn't find Donna. And then after not being able to find Donna, got a hotel room that Sunday night. And then Monday morning, Labor Day, she looked again for Donna and couldn't find her, and then finally drove back to San Francisco. And then the following day, Tuesday, possibly even Monday night, an unknown male caller called the Sahara Tahoe and reported that Donna would not be available because of an illness in the family. So here's a list of names of people that had a connection to Donna. And so hotel security, you had Gordon Petrovich. He's the one that took the call. And then John Scott. And then George Victor Johansson. And then Raymond Vasquez. And Tony Chapman, a Keno writer. And then there was Nick Davis and Mr. Desmond, who were the managers of the apartment complex. And then there's Larry and Ann Lowe, who were Donna's friends and that she stayed with in South Lake Tahoe. And then there's Dwight Stogsdale and Tiki Holland. And hopefully I'm going to present more information about these people next weekend. Now, 6 months before Donna's disappearance, nurse Judith Hakari went missing from Sacramento. And she was a nurse, and she left her shift at 11:30 p.m., drove home to her apartment, and went missing right there because her car was found with the door ajar and the keys found on the floorboard. And her body was found over a month later on April 25th, 1970. And so it was the act of some unknown person. And her disappearance and murder has similar characteristics to Donna Lass's disappearance. Now, the location of Judith Hakari's dead body was in Weimar, California, just a little bit south of the Interstate 80. And you can see that in the black circle here. And then the blue circle is where State Line, Nevada is, where Donna Lass worked. And the red circle is where they found Donna Lass' skull in 1986. Now on March 22nd, 1971, the San Francisco Chronicle, Paul Avery, received a postcard supposedly from the Zodiac killer. And here's a look at it. And then you can see this cutout of Sierra Club and victim sought around in the snow, peek through the pines. Now here's an old map of Lake Tahoe around the time of 1970, and you can see in the bottom right of the lake is State Line, Nevada, and then you can travel around the lake to the west of it or to the east of it. And up in the northeast corner is the town of Incline Village. Now it's kind of hard to see, but Interstate 80 runs west to east, north of Lake Tahoe, and there's kind of two ways to get to it. First, you could take from Tahoe City the 87 north and head to Truckee and catch the I-80. Or second, you could go from Kings Beach, Crystal Bay area and take the 267 north towards Truckee and catch the I-80 heading west. Now there was a brochure and advertisements for these condominiums in Forest Pines in the city of Incline Village, and they were in the San Francisco newspaper. Now if you look at the postcard, it says peek through the pines, comma, and then if you look at this brochure, it says peek and then through the pines. So it obviously wasn't cut out of this paper here. But if you look at this advertisement from the newspaper in San Francisco, even though it's kind of blurry, you can see the peek through the pines and then the comma. So it came from this newspaper. So kind of an argument for and against if the Zodiac killed Donna Lass. So there's some argument that it's a different kind of murder than the Zodiac committed. But if you believe Kathleen John's account of what happened, there is a possibility of being kind of similar to that the Zodiac was up there, gave Donna a ride, and then as they were going along traveling, he made this statement, "I'm going to kill you." But she didn't get away, and he killed her and then dumped her body off on the side of the road on his way back to the San Francisco Vallejo area. Please subscribe. I need to get some subscribers, man. More subscribers. Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved, and I will look into these names and hopefully get some photographs of these people, and that's what next week's Zodiac Killer Case episode will be about. See ya.